It's Rick Fix. Welcome back. Well, I checked my service manual to my 2000 Chevy Tahoe, and it said I needed to change my shocks out every 250,000 miles. And as you can see, I'm almost there. These Chevy Tahoes, they got those expensive self-leveling shocks in the rear. So when you change the shock out, if you don't use the original shock, you got to change the springs out as well. Otherwise, the ride in the back is pretty loose. So I bought these BILSTEINs or BILSTEINs. I'm going to mispronounce that word throughout the video, so just get used to it. And with these BILSTEINs, you got to change out the springs as well, these coil springs. So I bought all 4 shocks and 2 springs for $400. The original shock, just one of them in the rear, was $320. So, you know, it's $400. It's well worth giving it a shot. There's not too many videos out there showing how to remove these springs once they're on the truck. So I called up my buddy Steve Robb, and he said, go over to the Bullshit Corner. That's Jerry's channel. He's got a good video on the safety procedure of removing these coils. But the coils were already off the vehicle. But it's a good video anyways. I'm going to put a link down to Steve Robb's channel. You know, he's a good guy. Go over there, subscribe. And also Jerry's Bullshit Corner, which is an excellent channel as well. So go over there, subscribe to those guys, and tell them Rick Fix says hello. So I rented these compression things from Pep Boys. So you just attach it to the spring. There's 2 of them, and then you suck the spring down and pull it out. Shouldn't be that big a deal, but with no videos on YouTube with the coils on the vehicle, I'm going to be the sacrificial lamb, and I'm going to bring you along. I also got some PB Blaster to soak all my nuts, you know, because if you want to take off an old nut, you know, you always need some PB Blaster to remove those old rusty nuts. So let me get the camera situated, and let's begin. I got a floor jack underneath the brake caliper there. I don't know if you have to do that, but I'm going to do it anyways. Remove the inner wheel well, the plastic cover. You don't have to do that, but it's better to get the shot that way. Of course, I got a lot of cracks in this protective shield over the wiring. I'm going to have to take some Gorilla Tape and tape those up. Okay, my nuts have been soaking in PB Blaster for about an hour now. So this will be the first attempt to get this 15mm bolt off, or nut off. Take a vice grips, clamp these things. Hey, look at that. It's moving. Okay, so I got the nut loose, but with the threads being all corroded up here, it's kind of getting pretty tight, and I'm stripping it out a little bit up here. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take this boot off. It's already torn. I'll put a vice grips on this, and then take an impact and see if I can just pop that right off. That was easy. I will be doing that on the next 21mm on a extension on my breaker bar on this side, and then we're just going to take a 21mm with the Milwaukee and just pop it off. Okay, just take the cap off, the rubber bushing. Take the bolt out of the bottom. Lift it up. Pull it out. Okay, I lowered down the caliper probably about an inch or so to sneak this in easier. There's a diagram of how the washers and bushings go. Just follow the diagram and slip it in there. That's what she said. There you go, Terry. Put your bolt in it. Screw your nut on there. Just take and tighten the nut a little bit. We're going to torque it later. Now the bushings have this little tab here that fits inside the hole of the bracket. So get the bushing on there, put the washer on there, and kind of line it up so both the upper and lowers fit inside the hole of the bracket. And my nut also got bigger. It's a 17 millimeter nut. I had to go to the store and get a 17 millimeter wrench. It has one of those plastic washers on it. Okay, now that the nut's on there, I found a small little 1/4 inch wrench that I have never used, but I probably have had for 25 years. And it just fits on there. So let's tighten this nut up. Okay, now that this is snug, I'm going to torque the bottom bolt and nut. Oh, Terry from Stutzman 52. Is it Stutzman 52? Oh, Jesus. Asked me about my torque wrench. I got it from Craftsman. They're usually about $130, but if you catch them when they're on sale and you also pick up a coupon online, you purchase it online and you pick it up at the store. I got this for about $75. It's really nice because you can just turn it and set it to whatever you want, and then it just clicks like a normal torque wrench. I'll put a link down in the description for Terry's channel. It's an excellent channel. Okay, calls for 59 foot-pounds. Okay, I kind of snug these down, but these have to be tightened when the tires are on and it's back on the ground. So let's go over and do the other side.
So there's this Scandinavian couple up in Minnesota, and they have a code word for when they want to have sex, and that code word is washing machine. So one night they get into bed, and Oli says to Inga, "Inga, washing machine?" And she says, "No, Oli, I'm so tired." He goes, "Okay, Inga." So a little while later, Inga's feeling very guilty, and she goes, "Oli, washing machine?" And he goes, "Oh, Inga, it was just a small load. I did it by hand."
Okay, this is the part that gets a little bit confusing. The wheels are on, the truck's back on the ground. They say to torque this nut down to 15 foot-pounds, but of course this is going to spin, so you probably need a crow's foot or something like that. But they also say just tighten it so the rubber bushing expands just outside of the washer. Okay, so this is what I did here. I took a measurement from the top of the nut to the top of the rod there, and it's 1.5 inches, and I just made them both 1.5 inches. Alright, so I'm going to put this bed together, go drive around, go grab some dinner, then tomorrow let's do the rear shocks and springs.